Hi, I'm Danny Tan, and I'm a leadership coach and podcast host of You're Overqualified. I'm here to give you that loving push and reminder that yes, you are overqualified and you absolutely belong here. I'm first gen, I'm Asian Latina, I'm Puerto Rican, Filipino, and Chinese, and a former VP of a billion-dollar organization. I went from being a sample coordinator to VP with 11 promotions in 11 years and 5 career pivots, you name it, merchandising, e commerce, sales, PR, all underneath the sun. And I left all of it behind to do this full time because I truly do believe that when women, especially women of color, first, second gen, are resourced and they have the support that they need, anything is possible. And I want to remind you that you are qualified, you have the skills, you have the expertise, you do not need more time, and you belong here so much. So if you are so used to crushing at execution, being the doer of everything, and suddenly you realize that nobody has really handed you the plan or the manual or the guide on how to manage people, how to influence up, how to negotiate, this is where I come in because we work on the stuff that no one prepares you for, the promotion conversation, the difficult manager, the moment where you go from being the executor in the room to being told to be more strategic. And I will show you what it takes to actually get there. So we're going to go ahead and dive into today's session. And I just want to let you know that we'll be diving into this even more live, a live workshop and training on how to get a promotion within 90 days. And so that training's going to be on July the 15th. That is July the 15th. We are not that long away from it. And so if you go in the podcast show notes below, you'll be able to register on the page on how to learn more details on the workshop, get the save the date, and I would love to see you there. I'm going to be walking through all the key items that it takes to get a promotion and secure it, as well as have a live Q&A. So if you want to meet me and we haven't met yet, this is the perfect time to do it. If you want to get coaching on your personal situation, you can get that done as well. So hope to see you there. But let's dive into today's episode. So we're going to talk about why someone less qualified than you just got promoted because it happens, right? And so if you have watched somebody else less qualified get the role that you wanted, or even just get promoted in general, and you have been skipped over, and now you are questioning everything about yourself, your work, your worth, and whether of any of it is even fair, I want to talk to you about what has actually happened and what has actually occurred that got them promoted over you. And so I just want to reiterate, this is what I'll be teaching even in more depth live on July the 15th. So I hope to see you there. So getting passed over for somebody who is less qualified than you is one of the most demoralizing things that can really happen in our careers or at work, in the sense of we feel like we have been putting so much work and energy and effort. We have been putting in lots of time. Maybe you're coming in early, maybe you're staying late, maybe you're skipping work events, or personal events or family, outings, because you're trying to get this push forward. And then all of a sudden you're passed over. So I just want you to sit with that for a second, because most of us have lived it, right? Where, John, Sarah, whoever gets that promotion over us. And we're kind of trying to figure out, but I had such great feedback. I had such great performance reviews. Why did that not happen for me? And so, what I want you to understand, it is almost certainly not and was not your quality of work. It was typically positioning, visibility, and timing. These are the parts of the system that no one has ever taught you how to manage and to look out for. And so the other person wasn't actually better. They were just better prepared and positioned to make it happen. And that's actually the hopeful part, is that positioning yourself, learning how to be visible, learning how to understand this process in this system is learnable. I teach it all the time. And so just knowing that the people who are deciding on this promotion, they just didn't see your work. And I know you're probably thinking to yourself, but my manager always said that I did a great job, always gave me great feedback, always gave me great advice. But your manager potentially, one, didn't remember everything to push it forward for promotion, or didn't carry it into the rooms where promotions were being reviewed. And so the woman who stops getting passed over for promotions is making sure the right people know their work before the decision is made on purpose. And one of the ways I'm breaking down what this looks like within the workshop on July 15th is strategic visibility. I work with my clients, I work with you on how to go from maybe no one knowing about the work that you're doing, or only a small bubble of people knowing the work that you're doing, to being able to learn how to be strategically visible so you can have influence with the people who are actually going to have an impact in getting your promotion happening. Because if just a certain bubble of people at your work knows the work that you're doing and not all the correct people know the work that you're doing, it's not going to move anywhere. It's going to be this, invisible excellence that you essentially have. And companies, organizations, leaders, people who are pushing through promotions, they want to know that you understand how to showcase your work and your value because no, it's not about being braggy or showy. It's also showing that you know how to speak to work that is being done, right? It also teaches and shows and expresses that you're an expert at your work, that you know how to do presentations, that you know how to work through projects, that you know how to build relationships with people outside of your direct team. Those are all important pieces that also get you promoted. It's not just about getting projects done. It's also being able to highlight the impact of those projects, build relationship with people outside of those projects in general. So if you are stuck and you have not been able to move into a manager position where it comes to leading teams, the big reason is because you are too siloed in the work that you're doing and you're not showing and expressing through strategic visibility what it looks like to really do the work that you do and have a ripple effect and impact on a team, on the greater organization. If you're eyeing a director level role and you're feeling like you're stuck, again, it's about being more than just a strong leader on your team. It's within your organization. It's with your exec level team. It's the same thing when you're pushing for VP. VP is a highly strategic and influential role. You have to show that you're able to present, have executive presence, be able to have influence on the work that you're doing, understand what the business needs are, to be able to think of innovative ways to push it forward. So if you feel uncomfortable being seen, being recognized for your work, being able to speak to your work, you're going to be stuck. And then so and so, Sally, Susie Q, they're going to get promoted over you because they essentially have learned and understand the process and the system of what it takes to move a promotion forward. And it's not just about the promotion, it's about being able to speak to your work and to be valued to your work and to build influence and relationships outside of your work. And that is crucial outside of promotions. It's the same thing that you have to do in interview processes, same thing you have to do within a meeting when you're presenting. It's the same thing you have to do for your own team. If you want to be a people leader, you have to be able to do that for your team as well. And so, just to reiterate that if you're getting passed over and you see this as becoming a trend for you, and why is somebody who's less qualified making it happen? It's just because they understood and understand in general what is the process and system that it takes. And they also knew to be strategically visible. So they had multiple points of influence within the process to make it happen. So we are 6 days away from my workshop and training on July the 15th. And it's a completely free training. It is 90 minutes and it's how to land that promotion within 90 days. So this is all comes down to you being able to understand what it takes in order to make it happen. I've had countless clients be able to land their promotions. Some have gotten 2 promotions in a year. They've gotten 20, 50K salary increases. Some have doubled their salaries overall. And so I want you to stop being overlooked. And I want you to block out this time and come in live and meet me so we can go ahead and talk about what it takes to get that promotion. Again, in the show notes is the website for the training. So you can go ahead and sign up and secure your spot. You'll get an email with a confirmation with a calendar reminder, as well as the information to go into the Zoom room. But it's danitan.com, DANITAN.com/promotion-training. All right, I will see you soon and have a good one.